Hello all, and welcome back to Chreos Gaming. I am continuing my story playthrough of Creeper World 3. Last time we were in Mistet, where we encountered an interesting gravity anomaly. Now we will be moving on to Crosslaw. Leah. This world is barely being held together. It's near the end for this world. Geological forces have torn it apart, and disturbances in the system have done the rest. Abraxis. Yet there are artifacts here. This world has been uninhabited for over 1 billion years, so the artifacts must have been dropped here more recently. There is also another matter of concern here, Scars. I show an air exclusion AE structure on that hill to the southwest. Tycon or Soloi technology? Neither. This technology is actually ancient and comes from the 3rd CE, the civilization that came after yours. It was supposed to be a technology to block spores, but... Let me guess. It didn't block spores for long, and the creeper altered it for its own purposes. Yes. Now it simply blocks your air units. You can't use strafers or bombers over the area covered by the AE field. Great. It will take pure ground operations to take that hill, then. Are berthas and mortars affected? No. They slip under the field, just barely. So you are only prevented from using air units under the area covered by the AE field. Let's grab the artifacts and get out of here before the whole world disintegrates. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emitters and 2 spore towers. This is the AE field. So this is probably where it's expecting me to land. There's a recording and the key under the AE field. So that's going to be interesting to get to. 20, 20, 40, 20, and 40. Alright. Well now. So probably starting in these 2 spots is going to be my guess. Alright, so we will drop here and here. Do the usual 2 command center thing to be able to bring in collectors more thoroughly, or more quickly, because we can bring in multiple collectors at the same time instead of just, that one may actually hit. So I'm gonna leave that there and we'll see what happens. If it's not quite in range, yeah, I figured it would be in range. Okay, so we'll let this build, and then build out an infrastructure. The spores are going to be interesting. Getting something to the towers could be important. Let's get a mortar here to start bombing down there, hoping that it doesn't impact me. And then here, I'm going to just get as much along this path as I can to start with, to try and move this way quickly. It's going to take relays as well. There's just that little bit there. We'll see how well that works. Alright, so mortars up. Get some more collectors in. Gonna need to use reactors in this level, just due to the volume of terrain variation that exists. Okay, so that build's gonna take a while. I want a couple cannons. Hopefully I can afford to get them in place. Start putting in reactors to cover my energy expenditure, since I can afford it. Won't be able to use bombers at the AE field, but that doesn't mean I can't bomb other areas to try and make this easier. So that's growing too quickly. I moved. You know what? Let's see if I can... Oop, right there. If I can get that across. Drop that guy down to start hitting that, because that'll clear that off. Yeah, I was going to say he's not going to make it in time. However, if I now drop relays in, they should be able to get there in time. Okay, that cannon's doing its job. I can get a nullifier there. so then I can get a collector in. So he's probably going to run out of ammo pretty quick. Let's put in another cannon so that I can swap it out. Alright, get in some more reactors. Alright, I'm planning on pretty much just rushing the front. I think I may have to destroy everything. Okay, move him back to be powered. So the idea with these guys is if they can keep this section controlled. Okay. So I can't get back around there. But the idea is if they can keep this section controlled, then I can try moving up a little early, basically, is what I'm hoping. Alright, those are done, so now... How many spores? 3 and 3. So I'm looking at 3 spores per. We'll build some beamers to cover my infrastructure. And that's going to... Yep, that'll tax my energy some. Okay. Now if I can... Because does this cover... This does cover that entire corner. That was one of the questions I had. All right. And I can't get a mortar there. Now, the air exclusion does not prevent you from putting in ground units, so you can fly your units in without a problem. It's just... so this is being more aggressive than I was expecting. Alright, get a cannon in, hopefully. I don't think it's moving too fast. I should be able to get that in. And then a couple cannons over here to cover that. I probably should have built up here, because it took quite a while for that to get there, so I think I might be moving slower than I could be otherwise if I were thinking a little ahead. Alright, Titans, let's get in a forge. Okay, maybe. Forge, please. There we go. Get in a forge. We'll get one Bertha in just for fun. Set it to auto target, since that's basically free, not free, it does take energy, but free creeper reduction. Okay, put in some more energy. Building. Alright, now I'm fluctuating, so that's good. And then what I want to do is get down to that circle. And once that's built, I could probably actually drop that guy on the circle and defend it pretty well. Incoming spores, but I think I can handle them. We'll see. Going into a slight deficit due to the number of things I'm building, but that is... Yep, deficit's fine now. Okay, drop him in. Okay. So I need to get past that spot, which means I'm going to want mortars, but... Okay. And then I have anti-creep. I'm not sure how I want to use it, so I'm going to build some bombers just to make use of what I have. Get this mortar over here, a couple more cannons to be ready. I'll drop cannons up here and start moving that way. Ideally, I'd want this mortar on the... Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop this mortar here. Because once the cannons get there, they'll be able to handle this just fine, and the mortar can do some reduction, basically. Okay, we are getting this, so let's go packet speed, build speed, because right now I'm not having a major issue with energy. At least I didn't think I was. So where's all my energy going? Oh, well, let's get energy efficiency anyway. Because I have a huge energy deficit at the moment. Alright, now it's coming back. Get up there. We'll let them clear that out. Leave one behind. So that gives me this space that I can use to start moving forward. Bombers are up. So set them to auto and then drop them there. And I'm also going to target the Bertha over there, and I'll start building a anti-creep pile there, basically, is the hope. Okay, now we can keep leapfrogging these guys forward. That'll give me what I need there. Drop that in. Get a collector. Okay, so the Bertha will take out everything in that zone. These guys will create a layer, hopefully, of preventative maintenance. This is taking longer than it needed to, though, because I could have been up here with cannons pretty quick. Now I have to fight stuff back, unfortunately. That's not doing a whole lot. Okay. So rather than that... I can't land over there. Okay. Good to know. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. That's fine though. Okay, let's get that beamer up there. And that beamer right there. That'll protect those better. Okay, fire rate and range, build speed and packet speed, energy efficiency. Alright, so now I'm just trying to get close enough to this to get a... what you call it in place? A nullifier in place to take out that thing. And that's not going to be hard, it's looking like. Because... where then? Right there. Yeah, so I've got to clear that. Oops. Alright, you two return to base. You're not doing a whole lot. This I'm just going to keep on auto-target. Okay, I can then put a relay there to help with that. And that should allow me to get a nullifier right there. Okay, so that'll take that out. That'll make getting to that spore a whole lot easier. And then my problem is I have to deal with stuff over here. Which shouldn't be too hard, frankly. It's just a matter of the actual doing, unfortunately. It is... Right. So that's reducing there. Okay. Let's get a few mortars going. Because what I'll do is I will send some mortars over here. Oh, okay. To deal with some stuff. Okay, we've got some more in the forge, so packet speed, build speed, energy efficiency. Not you. Okay, with mortars, I'll drop them there. And then when they are close to death or about to run out of energy, I can pull them back. But they'll reduce the creep in that area, which will allow me to start moving in, hopefully. Okay, so we'll move beamers up to be able to handle the stuff produced there. leapfrog these guys since there's nothing up here producing stuff. Alright. So now I just need to keep these mortars alive, so we'll let them do as much as they can. Alright, then they can retreat for the time being. Weapons-wise, need a nullifier here. It can be charged, so that'll give me what I need. I'm going to move this guy and put a Bertha there, because the Bertha will fire better shots. Alright, better energy, packet speed, that. Okay, that'll go. And then when this is done, let's grab another bunch of cannons, because we can follow the mortars with cannons next time. Okay. And then here, if I grab, you know what, not grab. Let's build another mortar in here, because it will be able to shoot across to there, which will help clean this out quicker. Just get a relay in to power it. Put that guy there to defend that relay. Grab these two. Grab these mortars. And drop them in there again. Grab these four and move them in behind. This guy can jump over there to try to create a beachhead. Alright, weapons, build a mortar. I didn't build it. Alright, Bertha auto target. So these will reduce the surrounding creep. These will... Okay, so that's not working as effectively. Dang, I didn't get him moved in time. It not quite fast enough, unfortunately. It did get it clear, but not as clear as I needed it. There we go. Put him there, that'll help. And I forgot about that guy. Oh well. It may very well be that coming through this way is actually my better bet. So, let's go see about doing that rather than trying to drop in up there. Actually, if I grab all of this stuff, I can drop it in up there and then get the... What? Why did I lose a relay? I should not have lost that relay. Okay. Get the cannon in place to help defend that better. Oh, that'll help. Move these up to be better able to handle that. Now I've got anti-creep spread out there. I can get that relay in to act as a provider. Yeah, trying to come down this way, I'm not sure what I was thinking, especially if I have to destroy everything. Makes a whole lot more sense to come in from the top, and I should have started that to begin with and just built relays down here to hold that corner like I've got. So unfortunately I started a bit of an unnecessary preparation. Alright, weapons, I should easily be able to get a nullifier there. Yep. Start jumping up here. Get a relay in to power things. So, not going for the most efficient, primarily just playing for the sake of being able to show the story and the like of what's going on. So, if I'm not playing the most efficient, or if I don't end up with the quickest times, or end up taking a little more time to get around to the edge, it doesn't bother me too terribly much. Get in more collectors just because I am obsessed with warps, basically. Right. And now we can, whoops, cancel, get another powered mortar. Move the cannons up. And move these guys up to be able to support what is going on with the mortars. Right, you're not powered. Relay there to get that powered. Okay, these guys are on the low ground, so I need to move them. Oh, hey, that's cleaning up quick. Good. More relays in place. Everybody but this one can move up. These guys can move up. And I need... I've got 14 seconds, which means I'm probably going to have to just suffer whatever impact the spores have, because I'm expecting the spores to target in this area where I don't have any. Nope, they did not. Okay. I'll take it. Alright, it's there, but it's not powered, so there we are. Alright, so all I have is that emitter, this emitter, and that spore tower. So this should be pretty quick now. I'm gonna try this again, see how this goes. Let's leave you behind to help control that, because this is starting to fall off, so this might actually work well enough. The biggest issue is having... Ooh, there we go, energy connection. If they can get ammo here quickly. Come on. Now that'll shoot, that'll reduce that. Get the relay there. Weapons, thank you. Alright. So now I can drop these guys down. Leah, I believe you are familiar with an alien race known as the Styglek. Abraxis. Yes. They were once powerful and noble species that fell to the Creeper and were forced to serve the Loki. A few of them rebelled, and those rebels assisted our survival against the second Nexus menace. I believe Thrade was the leader of those rebels? Yes. It would seem that the rebellion did not progress as originally intended. This message artifact references the Styglek, Thrade, and the failed Styglek rebellion to stop the Loki. When was this message recorded? It is difficult to date, and very badly damaged, but it seems to have been recorded sometime after the Soloi were long gone, sometime around the 300th CE, perhaps. The message is a historical volume recording the stories of the single Styglek that returned to the then Milky Way galaxy. Most of the message is missing, but apparently one Styglek fled the destruction of their kind, and returned with a message. So the Styglek failed and were exterminated by the Loki. Just like all things, they too eventually were destroyed. It seems more complex than that, Scars. It would appear the Styglek eventually just ended their rebellion on their own accord. Why? What makes you say that? The message the Styglek survivor carried to humanity was, the Ark is everything, everything that ever was or will be. Once you truly comprehend this, you will free your minds from the burden of resistance. Remember us as the ones who woke up. Another reference to the Ark. One that appears to have been lost over time. This message was recorded using a one-time pad as a key, and that key was included with this message. But the key was written onto the message millions of years after the message was originally recorded. So someone or something kept the decryption key a secret and only included it eons later. And of course, the whole thing is on an artifact the Creeper bypassed. Leah, we are on the verge of a great realization. I can feel it in my... That's odd. Never mind that now, Scars. Let's get out of here and move on to Vapin and take out the warp inhibitor. Usually that phrase would be, I can feel it in my bones. So, is he missing bones? Like, does he... I don't know. Not quite. Can I get both of them? Yes, two there, two there. So, those will... Oh, that one doesn't have... There we go. Now it has a relay, so this will be done shortly. We'll toss another... what do you call it? Mortar on that circle to just reduce the overall creeper percentage. So this side was worth doing this with just because I needed the beamers, but I did spend a little too much time trying to come across this way. And then the story is progressing, and there are a lot more tie-ins to Creeper World 1 and 2. Obviously, since I played Creeper World 3 first, I wasn't aware of the story of Creeper World 1 and 2, but when I played Creeper World 1 and 2, I forgot how much back reference there was in Creeper World 3 to those games, to characters in the games. So it has been interesting to see that, especially kind of interesting that the Styglek gave up. So we'll claim victory, submit score. That was 20 minutes. Yeah, it easily could have been less if I had started going up. But that's more information about what's going on with the creeper and what happened in the past. Next time we will move on to Vapin. Thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe using the channel image in the center of the video. If you are interested in more content in this video series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. Alternatively, when it is available, to the right will be a link to the next video in the series. Thanks all.